you're looking to save some time in Photoshop, the first thing you can do is learn your Photoshop shortcut keys. This will save you tons of time. And if there's something that you do pretty consistently, you can also set up your own shortcut keys for something that you do. I'll make sure to include a couple of links to some of my favorite charts below. This is a quick tutorial to show you how to extend your seamless paper on the sides. This is an image that I took to use as a composite. And of course I didn't have enough room on the sides for my seamless. So I'm going to show you how you can extend that. The first thing you want to do is select your marquee, your rectangular marquee tool. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to get as close as I can to this rug. I don't want to get anywhere where it's not solid. So I'm going to get as close as I can without actually getting part of that rug. And I'm just going to draw up all the way to the top. I'm going to do Command or Control T for free transform, and I'm just going to pull that out to the side. So as easy as that. Now I know I still have some work to do down here at the bottom, and I'll show you what I do for that here in a minute. So same thing on the other side. Start close to that, pull up. Now if for some reason you kind of go a little bit over like I did here, before you hit that Command or Control T, you can just kind of slide that over to where you want it. Because you want to make sure you don't get any part that is not that white. So Command or Control T and slide it over. So there we've extended our background. One of the other things that I do like to do is on a blank layer I will go in with a soft brush with my opacity somewhere around 25 to 30. I'm going to start off at 30. I'm going to use a soft brush. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select this white area that's right above the rug. And I am just going to paint that on, and I'm going to kind of keep going back and forth and kind of building up that color. Then I'm going to select right down here on this rug and just kind of pop a little bit of that in. So that just kind of blends, an easy way to kind of blend those two together. Same thing on this side. Select the rug color. So now we've just kind of blended it a little bit. And then I can go in on my blank layer, use a layer mask, and then with my opacity at 100, I can go in and I can paint off where I've kind of overlapped that white color. Alright, now I'm ready to finish editing my photo and add that to my composite. Okay, here is another quick tutorial. I'm sure we've all had those babies that have the flaky skin, and there are lots of different ways that you can take care of this. There's the spot healing tool, there's the clone tool, there's the patch tool, lots of different ways, but this is one that I just recently learned about, and it has saved me so much time when I have baby skin that has some of the flakes like this. Alright, so I'm going to start off by creating a couple of duplicate layers. Then I'm going to go to my filter, noise, and dust and scratches. And so you're going to come up with this little dialog box, and these were from the last setting. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to start with my radius. Now your radius is going to kind of control the fuzziness of your image. So using my up arrow keys, I'm just going to start to up that, and I'm watching these little white spots. You have to kind of give it a little time to work. And I'm just going to keep going up on that radius until they are all blurred out and you can't see them anymore. Alright, so I think right about there should do it. Now what we've done, you don't see the flakes anymore, but we've blurred the whole image. So now we're going to come back and we're going to add some texture to that. So I am just going to bring this up, same way. I'm just going to, got to give it time to work though, until I start getting some of that texture of her skin back. Alright, so you can see there it's starting to bring some texture back. May go up just a little bit more. Alright, so I'm good there. So I've gotten rid of the flakes, but she's still blurry. I mean, if I turn this on and off, you can tell it's definitely blurred out the lips, the eyelashes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer mask, and I'm going to do Command or Control I to inverse that. And then with a brush set at 100%, and because my layer mask is black, I want to use white. Now I'm just going to paint that on where I want to remove those flakes. So it's as easy as that, and we still, because we added some of that texture back in, we're not over smoothing, and we're keeping some of that texture to her skin so that she doesn't look fake or plastic. Now, one thing I will say to keep in mind, if you have some spots that are kind of more on the blurry side, most of these are pretty, in focus, sharp. But if you have anything that's a little out of focus, or if it's on that blur, it's not going to get that as well. So you may have to do this for the bigger ones, and then you can go back in with maybe your healing tool and do that with those. So just a little bit before and after, you can see the difference. So now I can finish editing her skin and have my image complete.